Amen. Thank you. God bless you, sister. That light. You know, he wants us to have that light. He wants us to be the light. He died on the cross that we may be that light. That light of the world, we are that light. That same light, that same marvelous light. Jesus, the Christ. God bless each and every one of you today. I see God has been good to us. He has really, really been good to me. In spite of any situation that comes in my life, God has been good to me. Well, I won't hold you long, but I want to say this. Is that I know, you be seated. I know that as we go through life, and that we have to understand, we have to really perceive this one thing. That life is tough sometimes. That we are going through some things that to some are unusual. We are going through these days of time, this modern era, whereas we're being tossed and turned. I know just this year alone, I've lost many relatives. And we've lost many loved ones here at First Missionary Baptist Church. Brothers and sisters, we're going through something. There are sicknesses that we all have encountered here at First Missionary Baptist. But I got some good news. God is still on our side. He is still a healing God. He is still a God of comfort. We are going through situations now where our nation have an internal war within itself. Our cities have crime at a high rate. Young men are killing each other. This is not a secret. We realize that things are going on. But I want to know today, I want to talk a little bit about how Satan seeks to destroy us, to exploit our mistakes. He goes to and fro, up and down the earth, seeking how to devour us. Not as just adults, not as just a pastor, not as just but children. Saving us, he's looking to destroy. We're going through something. He wants to take the smallest things and turn them into the mountain of pain in our life. He wants to do whatsoever he can to deceive us in order to separate us from God. His whole intent is to get you separated from God. He wants you. He will use your fears to destroy you. He will create doubt in your life of all kinds to attack your faith. Satan will try to condemn us by our past sins. Yes, he will. He'll let you know sometimes. But according to the scriptures, that there is now no condemnation. No condemnation, really. There is none of them which in Christ. That walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Yes, sir. So we must realize that Jesus is on our side. He is God. He got us. But he says again, though, he says that, and I'll tell you how much he is, how good he is. He said, my Father which gave them me is greater than all. And no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. He has us in the palm of his hand. In spite of what all we're going through, remember that Jesus is our mediator. He is our advocate. He is our intercessor. He's on the right hand of the Father.
Right, sir.
So, but there is a word from on high. We're coming out of the book of Luke 22, verses 31, 34, and 54 to 61. Luke 22, 31. Father God, I come, Lord, and just thank you once again, Lord, for what you've done. And Father, I ask you to bless, oh Lord, as we move into the word. Father, I ask that you bless me, oh Father, that I may magnify you in this word, that I take a step back and you take a step forward, that they see me, see not me, but see you, Father. Father, bless me, oh Father, and give me this strength, oh Lord, to impart that word. And once that word has been imparted, it fall on good ground. Bless, oh Father, in the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen. It reads as follows, verse 31 says, And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. And he said unto him, Lord, I am ready to go with thee, both into the prison and to death. And he said, I tell thee, Peter, the cock shall not crow this day before that thou shalt thrice deny that thou knowest me. Verses 254. And then they took him, Jesus, who they took, and led him and brought him into the high priest's house. And Peter followed afar off. And when they had kindled a fire in the midst of the hall, and were set down together, Peter sat down among them. But a certain maid beheld him as he sat by the fire, and earnestly looked upon him, and said, This man was also with him. And he denied him, saying, Woman, I know him not. And after a little while, another saw him and said, Thou art also of them. And Peter said, Man, I am not. And about a space of an hour, after another confidently affirmed, saying, Of the truth, this fellow also was with him, for he is a Galilean. And Peter said, Man, I know not what thou sayest. And immediately, while he was yet spake, the cock crew, and the Lord turned and looked upon Peter. And Peter remembered the word of the Lord, how he had said unto him, Before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. Read again, verse 31, no emphasis on it. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. Now, for just a moment, I want to talk to you about, for just a moment, if you have to have a subject there, Satan wants you, but the man who is in the middle, Jesus got you. Amen, amen. Maybe see. Amen, amen. Glory to God through our Lord and Savior, through intercessory prayer. He petitions on our behalf. He keeps us, he protects us, he watches out for us, he looks for us. He has us in the palm of his hand. And Jesus is the middleman, and he guides us. Regardless of how things may look, how dim it may be, how gloomy, how dark your valley is, Jesus got you. In today's scripture, as we read here, we read that, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat.
Yeah.
Jesus wasn't talking just to Peter.
That's right.
Jesus was talking to all of the disciples. In the Greek term, he said, Simon, Simon, Satan, behold, Satan have desired to have you. If you look at the Greek term, normally the Greek would be, if he's talking to him, he'd be saying thee.
Right.
But he said you, which is a plural in a Greek sense. So he's talking not only to Peter, the disciples, guess what? He's talking to you today.
All right.
He's talking to all of us, letting us know that Satan have a desire to have us. Satan wants to sift us. We are many of us being sifted every day.
Yeah.
Whether we know it or not, Satan is sifting us.
Right.
And as we look at that, he's not just talking about Satan, he's talking about all of us. He's talking about the disciples. But mainly he's speaking to Peter, because Peter has always have been the spokesman, the leader. He's the one that stepped out. Peter is that rambunctious one, that one that does not mind in stepping out. And the meaning here, sifted, means that Satan basically wants to separate Peter from God.
Right.
It's a separational process. This is what he's talking about, being sifted. That's simply does it means that he wants to separate the good stuff from the bad. Now, when he separates the good, why I wonder why? When he separates the good stuff, what Satan is looking for is not the good stuff. He's looking for the bad stuff. Satan is looking for that situation, those things that he can hold, that use your faults to turn against you, to say that you're not good enough. You're not good enough. Satan wants to he wants to take the bad stuff and your faults and use them against you. He wants to convince you that you're not worthy of the Lord's salvation. Satan wants to also say that you're not even good enough to be saved. He wants you to try to use those things. He's looking at those bad things in your life, those things that you can't forgive yourself about. He wants to use that against you. He wants to convince you that you're not worthy to sing in the choir.
Yeah.
That you're not worthy to stand at the door and usher. That you're not good enough to sit on the deacon board. That you're not good enough to preach the word of God. He'll plant that in your heart to make you think that you're not good enough. When he's sifting you, he wants to let you realize it. I remember when I was going to the kitchen, my mom, when she used to be cooking. Sister Carrie probably helped me with this. And I walk in the kitchen and I noticed that I didn't know what was going on. All I know is a bunch of flour was going around in the house, and my mom had this little thing that you turn. She said, boy, come on over here. And sift this stuff. And I got that thing and I was just turning. I had no reason why I was doing it. But I was turning. But I noticed that there was a lot of good fluffy stuff coming out. There was flour. You know, back then we didn't have that self-rise and all-purpose and all that stuff. And there was a little bit more stuff in that flour than it. Am I right, Sister Carrie? A little stuff in that. It wasn't as pure. So then we sift that thing out, and next thing we know, the good stuff will come out. And Mama was taking the good stuff, but at the end of it, it had some little bitty, little balled up little knots and little grains that were left in that sifter.
Yeah.
She said, throw that away, boy. And so what we have here is, see, that part that they want to get thrown away is what the devil wants. The good stuff is that old flour that now is good enough to cook with. It's good enough because it's that pure stuff.
All right.
The goodness is what we want. We didn't want to eat the other stuff that was in there, so we threw it away. So Satan wants to sift you. And so Jesus is using this analogy to let him know that those little particles, those things that are left at the end of the sifting, those things that are separated from the goodness, is the things that what Satan wants to use against you. These things that you think that are bad with you, we have to understand. One thing moving forward is that we're covered by the blood of Jesus. We're covered by the blood. So it's not on our goodness that we're going to be saved. It's what Jesus did for us on the Calvary. So we must realize that it's not our goodness, but once we are sifted. So, and then we have Christians today that are being sifted in many ways. We can be sifted by our family. We can be sifted by our friends. Now, Satan can use it. And family, friends, anybody to sift you.
Yeah.
We can be sifted in our marriages. As we go through our marriage, Satan has a way of jumping in the middle of it and causing confusion.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, one person is saying this about that person and that about that person. Then we get really personal. Then we say what you ain't and what you can't. Take those things and then use those against you to destroy. That's what he come to do. To destroy your marriage. And why does he want to work on that marriage? Because the marriage is symbolic to the church. When the word tells us that we have a husbandman that is coming back for a bride. And that bride is his church without a spot or a wrinkle. So he's coming back for a church. So the one thing that he wants to do, he started a long time ago destroying the marriage. Ask that, go out there. Where are you there? When she came in and he influenced the woman to bite on the fruit. He intervened at that point and sin entered into the world. And he's been still ever since then working on the marriage. We got divorces at all time high rate, am I right? Yeah. Because Satan is out and he's using marriages to sift us. Family and friends, disobedient children, use TV, television. We're being sifted every day through the news media, Facebook. News media come on and say a few words, we believe it all. And then sometimes we use it. If you're watching something, this is my take. If you're watching something and it upsets you and it makes you angry, that's not of God. If it makes you mad, you're being sifted. Be careful. Don't allow anger to be imputed upon you, because that's what Satan wants. He wants to work with your anger. What do you do when you get angry? Sometimes you kill people. Sometimes you hurt people. Sometimes you do things you want. So he wants you in that angry state. Be careful. So he wants us to be sensitive. Internet and things of that nature. Be careful. The truth is in the Word of God. That's where your truth is at. Looking at friends and family, as we recall in the book of Job. Job was sifted. Yes, he was.
Right.
Job was sifted as well. As we remember the story of Job, he was minding his own business. He was minding his business so that on the weekend, whenever his children would have a party and they'd get together, and at the end, he would come together and he would pray for them. He would sacrifice just in case they had cursed God in their heart. He would make sure he bring them all together and pray for them. But he would do that very often. Job also was a man, he was an upright man. He was a perfect and upright man. He had feared God, and we know the story. He shunned evil. He was a man of God. But one day Satan showed up with the sons of God. And then when he showed up, then God said, whence thou come? And he said, I've come from to and fro, and to and fro, up and down the earth. And he said, then God said, well, have you considered my servant Job? And then he said, then Satan knew right off, said, well, guess what? If you would take everything away from him, all of his mundane, all of his riches, his family, then I'll make him curse you to your face. And so he said, go ahead. Took everything Job had, killed his kids, left his wife, but killed his children, killed all of his livestock, killed all of his servants. But Job turned around and said, naked from my mother's womb I came, and naked I shall return. Blessed be the name of the Lord. He didn't curse God to his face, but he showed up again with the sons of God. And God said, whence thou come? He said, well, I'm coming to and fro, up and down. He said, what about my servant Job? He said, well, skin for skin. And then he said, well, I'll make him curse you to your face. Skin for skin, he's saying, is that I'm going to inflict some wounds upon his body.
Yes, sir.
And so he said, go ahead, but don't take his life. Satan went on and gave Job a sword from the bottom of his foot to the crown of his head.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he did. But Job never cursed God to his face. Job held on, and in spite of it all, but in the end, he was blessed by God. Got way more than he had. God took care of him. God looked out for him. Just like he would do with you today, he wants you to be faithful. And as we go and moving into that, we must realize that Jesus here in the statement here where he said, but after he told Peter that he was going to be sifted, he said, but I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. See, God didn't stop him from Peter from going through what he was going to go through. He is not going to take you out of your situation. He's going to let you go through it. Why would God let me go through something? So he can strengthen you. So that he can teach you. So that you will be strengthened. He said, I prayed for you, that thy faith fail not. Now, Jesus knew what Peter was going to go through. But he just prayed for him. Sometimes people don't want you to pray for him, isn't it? Sometimes people don't want you to pray for him. But Jesus, Almighty God, all powerful, Creator, said, I know that Satan wants you. I know that Satan wants to sift you as wheat. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for not just you. I'm just going to pray for your faith. Just your faith. Let me tell you. He said, my brothers and sisters, Jesus already know what we're going to go through before we go through it. He already is on the other side because he's an omnipresent, omniscient God. He realized what the end is going to be. So he just said, I will pray for your faith. See, we still have a walk. We still have a walk. We still have a purpose. We still got something to do for Jesus. We still have his will is still on the table. And his will be done on earth. Know that. To my brothers and sisters, the Lord already knows what we're going through. Now, Jesus Jesus told Peter that he just going to pray for his faith. And Jesus didn't take him out of the situation that he knew he was going to go through. Jesus would let him go through it so that he can be more faithful. Jesus allowed these things to happen so that Peter could be strengthened. All right. It's good to know that we still have a God that is an advocate business. We still got a Lord that intercedes for us. Then Peter said that Peter said that when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. Now, he lets you go through things. And here, he was saying to be converted, not to be converted from sin or anything. He is saying that when you get back and when you repent, that you now have experienced some things in your life. Your faith is going to be strong. Now I want you to go back and help somebody. How many times do we think about the other brother? Jesus said, love ye one another as you love yourself. He wants you to go and help somebody. So when you're going through something, let that what you're going through be able to strengthen you, so when that other brother and sister have the same thing going on, then you can pick them up, you can lift them up. So that's what we want, because we're going through things for a reason. Look, the Lord is not letting us go through it just for nothing. If we are faithful and going through it, then we're doing it for a reason. Then the reason is to help somebody, not just yourself. He wants you to be able to help somebody else. Peter was tested to the highest degree in this situation. But God prepared him for the things to come. Peter had faith, had great faith, but he had failed before. And we look back, and when he stepped out on the boat into the sea, as he was approaching Jesus, he took his eyes off the Lord, and he began to sink. And he asked the Lord to save him. Then we have Peter on another account that took Jesus to the side and rebuked Jesus because Jesus said that he was going to die. But Jesus had to straighten him out. Then on the other hand, then we had Peter that suggested to erect the 3 tabernacles. Tabernacles, one for Moses, Elijah, and one for Jesus. But he ended up falling down on the ground in fearful silence of the glory of the Lord. And then Peter, on another hand, drew a sword and chopped off Malchus' ear, one of the high priest's servants. You know, Peter had done some things before, and he had failed in some things before. But this, what was coming up, was going to be one of his biggest tests. In verse 54 through 61, Peter denied Christ. But we have to understand that what Jesus wants us to do is deny ourselves. Take up our cross daily and walk with him. But Peter denied Christ after he said that he'd go to jail with him. He'll die with him. But he come up, and then the 3 times that he denied the cock crew. But brothers and sisters, Jesus wants us to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in his word. We may fall down, but we have to get back up. We may fall down, we have to stand up. We have to speak up. We have to be faithful. Peter understood what Satan was allowed to do. So he wrote this in his passage. He said that be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, is a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour. Peter realized that the devil was busy at this point, that he even wrote in his epistle. Now, as we look and we realize that Peter was going through something, I recall a situation here. I came in one evening, and glory to God, Deacon Lanston was there, and he was holding my class there. And Deacon Lanston was holding the class down, and he told the kids, I want you all to be a grape. You remember that, Deacon? I want you to be like a grape. And I said, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. I want to be like a grape. Okay. I said, now I respect Deacon. I said, Johnny said, good. And he said, but I want you to be like a grape because, you know, and the grape can be crushed. I said, oh, no, don't be talking about crushing. I'm trying to keep these kids' self-esteem going. I mean, don't talk about crushing. He said, yeah, you're going to be crushed and mashed up. And I said, oh, my goodness, oh, Lord, he's going the wrong way with this thing. Then I said, but he said, yeah, I want you to be like a grape. And then you're going to be crushed. He said, the reason being, he said, when the grape is crushed, it makes something called wine. He said, but that doesn't stop there. He said that the wine, the older it gets, the better it is. So I said, right on there. Hey, that's the thing that tells us. Here we moving forward in the Testament, in the book of Acts, we see that Peter, he was crushed, but during his tribulation, but became a leader of the early church. On that day of that Pentecost, Peter stood up in the midst and began to preach the word of God, and over 3,000 souls were saved. So he was crushed, but the more he went through it, the better he got, the older he got, the sweeter it tasted. He stepped out on the word of God and preaching out to the 3,000 souls, and they said, what can we do to be saved? He saved 3,000 souls that day. So it's all right to be crushed. It's all right to be crushed. Understand what God has for you in the end. Yes, and then we have 3,000 souls saved, and then glory unto God that Jesus has done what he's done for us and still doing today. He is in the midst of our situation. I want to say that Jesus is always in the middle. He's always in the middle of our situation. The Word of God tells us that he is in the middle. Here we have Jesus saying that when two or more are gathered together in my name, he said, there I am in the midst. Jesus said that I am in the midst. Well, and we got to notice that in the book of Ezekiel, he said there's a wheel in the middle of the wheel. And it didn't stop there. And we realized that, and there was a witness that saw Jesus in the midst of a fiery furnace. With three Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Yeah, the same man tore down the middle wall of partition between us and the Father. He's always seemed to be in the middle. The man in the middle, yes he is. He looked past our faults when we were yet sinners and answered the call. And over 2,000 years ago, he entered into the world as a humble servant, taking on sinful flesh, but was without sin. Yes, he did. And then in his word, the word was made flesh. Yes, and one who suffered the brutality of man, and one who drove the whole rugged cross up Calvary every hill. God is stretching wide and put nails in his hands, put spikes in his feet. Yes, he did. But he said that if I'll be lifted up, I'll be draw all men unto me. Yes, he did. He said if he be lifted up, and then when they lifted him up, he was found himself in between two malefactors. Yes, he did. I heard John said in the word, he said that two others were with him, and in either side, and Jesus was in the midst. Jesus was in the middle of the two that was on the cross with him. But a man in the middle. But a man in the middle. But the man in the middle. But the man in the middle. But the man in the middle was wounded for our transgressions. But the man in the middle. But the man in the middle was bruised for our iniquity. But the man in the middle. But the man in the middle controlled death and life. Yes, he did. One man said no, the other man said yes. The man in the middle said, you'll be with me in paradise. Yes, he did. Oh, yeah. But the man in the middle, ain't he good? Ain't he good? Ain't he all right? Yes, he is. The man in the middle didn't stop there. No, the man in the middle laid down his life. The man in the middle laid down his life. Man didn't take it, but the man in the middle dropped his head in the locks of his shoulders. He died. The man in the middle, 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 he died. When he was buried in a rich man's tomb, the man in the middle did not stop there. He stayed in the grave all night Friday, all day Saturday. The man in the middle all night Saturday night. But the man in the middle, the man in the middle, the man in the middle, Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hand. The man in the middle got up, all power in his hand. But he didn't stop there. I read what John said. He said, I turned to see the voice that spake to me. And he began to turn. I saw 7 golden candlesticks, and the man in the middle, in the 7 candlesticks, looked like a son of man. Jesus is in the middle. And he's all right. He's all right. Glory to God. Glory to God. We thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord. Main thing I hope we got out of all this today is that regardless of what we're going through, is that Jesus is with us. He's in the middle of our situation. I know sometimes when we're going through things in life, we seem like we're all alone. We can have someone right beside us, and we still feel like we're alone. Sometimes we forget who Jesus is. We forget how powerful he is, and that he can deliver us from a situation. We should never go around with our head bowed down. We should keep our head lifted up through all situations. Whether we're going through sickness, pain, or what in our marriages, whatever we're going through, First Missionary Baptist, Jesus is with us.
He's with us. Amen. What comfort and consolation to know that we got someone with us. Somebody said the devil thought he had, but Jesus. We extend the invitation at this time. I want you to know, Satan wants you. And here's the thing about it. We come here in the hands of Satan. Come here. On our way to a burning hell. But thanks be unto God. Jesus got us. He had us on the hill far away from us. There he died. And reclaimed us. Redeemed us. Brought us back. And I want you to know that same Jesus is on the throne today. If there be one, we extend the invitation. Jesus said, come. He got your back. Amen. Candidate for baptism, bilateral Christian experience, rededication. Jesus got you. And when Jesus got you, you're in good hands. They say if you got all-state insurance, you're in good hands. I had all-state for about 20 years and had one break. And they put me out. But I've been in Jesus' hand for 50 years. And I have wreck after wreck after wreck. But Jesus, I'm in his hand. The door is open. Is there anyone? Will you come? That's why I say Heal